Imagine writing the same line of code 100 times. That's not programming, that's punishment. So in this video we will learn loops which allow Python to repeat tasks automatically. We'll start with the simplest and most important loop, the while loop. So first of all, what is a loop? A loop is used to execute a block of code again and again as long as a condition is true. Just like real life, while the traffic light is red, stop. While your phone battery is low, keep charging. Python works the same way. Now let's talk about the while loop syntax. So while loop syntax looks like this. First you write while and then your condition goes here, then you uh, write the commands or you like the things you want to do. Let's say I want to say here test. So it will print test if the condition gets true, and code runs repeatedly. Indentation is mandatory. If you don't indent this like this and your program looks like this, you will get error as I am getting it. Python saying expected intended block, so it should work fine this way. And as long as the condition is true, Python keeps looping. Remember this line. Okay, so let's write our first while loop program. Let's say count equals to 1, and while count less than equals to 5, print count. So whatever it will do is it will print 1 2 3 4 5 like this, and then we increment count. So what is this increment is, it will keep on adding 1 to this variable. When it will run once, it will be 2, then it will run again, then it will be 3, then it will run again, it will be 4, then again and 5, and then it will stop. So if you run this program, we are going to get 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so till the condition was 5, it like was 5, and then it tried to run again with 6, then the condition got false and it stopped. I hope so I didn't made it confusing. Okay, so let's move ahead. And remember, this count plus equals to 1 in prevents while loop. If you remove this, see what happens. It's gonna print 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 and it's not stopping, and it will keep on going. For to stop that, we'll use Control C and we'll hit clear to clear up the mess. And this condition never changes because count will be 1 always, and that cause of that this program will run infinitely. Okay, so the question you might be thinking, or you might have guessed already, how will you fix this infinite loop thing? You have to increment your initial variable. This is your initial variable. मम्मी धीरे बोल लो, बोला तो है यार अभी, चुगली बाद में हो जाएगी आपकी. And always remember to update the condition. Okay, let's see a real world example. Let's make a authentication program again, because it will be based on hackers, like Python for hackers. So we are focusing on authentication or mostly related to cybersecurity stuff. So let's say while password equals to Python 123, then password equals to input, enter password, then like this, and then print access granted. Okay, so let's try it now. Let's say first admin, it will ask for password again. Actually, we can make this program a bit better. saying if password not equals to python 123, then okay, I made a mistake here. It's still throwing an error. Okay, my bad, I forgot the colon. Then print invalid password, please try again, to make it more user friendly. Let's check. Okay, I think I made a mistake again. Okay, never mind, it was the previous error. Let's first clear it. Let's say I set password, it's saying now invalid password, please try again. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Now if I say python 123, it's saying access granted. Okay, so now let's figure out how this is working. So this will loop, this loop will keep on repeating until you enter this. So it is finding a value saying python 123. If the value doesn't match, it will run again, and if this matches, it will stop running and this line will be printed. And what this line will does do is, if this loops run, it will check if the password was python 123. If it wasn't password 123 python, sorry, 123, it will print this invalid password, please try again. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. And if you guys have any doubts or any questions related to any program, you can just comment down below. I will reply ASAP. Now let's try break keyword in Python. Break stops the loop immediately. For example, let's say while true. This while true thing is used to, you can say, make infinite loops. So we use these to make some infinite loop stuff. Let's say this program will be infinitely run. Now you might think, why will I run this program with infinite loop? So the thing is, I'm gonna use break. If number equals to 0, then break. It means stop this loop. No matter what you were doing, just stop this loop. And then print you entered let's just use f strings actually. Number. Okay, so if you run this, what it will do is, if it's not 0, it won't come, if even if it is if, okay, sorry. Okay, so now let's know how this program will work. So first of all, this is a infinite loop program. So if you don't enter 0, it will come here, check, and the condition will be false, so it will go right on the top of the program again, and then it will ask you to input the number again, and then keep on repeating itself until you hit 0. Okay, so let's say 2. See, no matter what number I enter, it will say enter again, and if I hit 0, it will say you entered 0. Break is the emergency exit of our program. Okay, so now let's use continue. This was break, which was used to break the infinite loop or any loop, or you can say emergency exit for the program. And the continue skips the current iteration for, say, huh, actually just skip this continue part, I'll cover it in. Okay, now let's talk about loop with conditions. Let's make a program saying num equals to 1 while num less than equal to 10 if num percentage 2 double equals to 0, print num is even, and then num plus equals to 1. So what's going on here is, first we initiated a variable saying num value is 1, then it will check if num value is less than or equal to 10. So if it is less than, the condition will be true, and if the condition will be true, it will come here, and then it will check if num modulo, and the modulo program, what it will do is it will divide the value of num with this 2, and if the remainder is 0, it will print number is even. And if it's not like satisfied, I take a very long pause. And if it's not satisfied, what it will do is it will increment the number and it will run it again. Okay, so now let's try running it. Okay, I think it's saying, okay, I think I made a mistake somewhere. Okay, I think this was a mistake. Let's just first hit enter here. Okay, now yeah, I double intended this block, but it was intended to, sorry, it was intended to get only one indent. This is getting a bit confusing. Only one indent was needed. I just wrote for the clarification, but I gave two indents by mistake. So it created a infinite loop program which wasn't printing anything. So now it is printing 2 is even, because if you divide 2 by 2, you will get 0. So the program knows it's even. Same for the 4, 6, 8 and 10, and it was supposed to run till 10. Looplet conditions equals to real power. Okay, so now let's talk about some best practices. First one is always update loop variables. Second is avoid infinite loops. That's very obvious. If you run into infinite loops, that will be a very bad headache for you. And third one is use break wisely. Keep conditions simple. A loop without control is chaotic, or you can say chaos. And in the next video, we will learn the for loop, which is perfect for fixed repetitions. If while loops ask when to stop, for loops know how many time. And if loops make sense now, like the video, subscribe to the channel and comment looping like a pro. Thanks for watching.